Hello, welcome everybody. I'm not sure how many I'm going to get. I know this is not a very friendly time for a lot of people in the UK and Europe. I'm hoping I'm going to get some people from the Americas joining me today. Happy Australia Day. So here we are in Newcastle, and I can see that there's a couple of people on already. Please give me a thumbs up, give me a wave, let me know who's here. Love to know who's joined me. All right, and if you're joining me later, we are in Newcastle. I'm here to do a live stream, virtual presentation for how Newcastle marks Australia Day. And I use the word mark rather than celebrate for a number of reasons we'll get into later. All right, so waiting to see if anyone is brave enough to be the first to put their hands up and say hi. Oh, there we go. Who's that? Happy Natasha. Happy Aboriginal Day every day. Hi, Lynn. Great to see you. And if you can see why I'm squinting, it's very bright here. Mary Lou. Hi, Mary Lou. Great to see you. All right. So let's turn the camera around. We are starting. I'm going to have to walk a little way. I just got off the bus. I'm going to walk to get to where the celebrations are. And as we walk, I'll talk. Oh, why isn't that turning around? I want to change that. Okay. First of all, we are starting here where the old Newcastle main train station used to be. It is no longer the main train station. They don't run big trains through the centre of Newcastle any longer. They have a light rail tram system, and Newcastle Interchange is on the western end of the city. So this used to be the main train station. And we're standing here underneath a big old Moreton Bay fig tree. I'll just show it to you. And there's a bunch of vandals up in this tree. Look at the mess that they're making. I think they're little corellas. We have two kinds of corellas here. I'm trying to find a way to get up onto this sort of stage. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to try and zoom in. Oh, there's some sort of a gun blast. I'm going to try and zoom. So these are the little corellas. We have little corellas and long-billed corellas. And I think these are the little corellas up here in the tree. So that's what's making this big mess here. We're going to take a little walk. I don't want to, there's a young family here with their children. I don't really want to point the camera at them, but here's the playground. So we get our kids accustomed to snakes early in life. This is a diamond python in the playground with I think it's a corroboree frog. Oh, they're moving on, so I can have a closer look. Have a closer look at the snake. Here we go. There you go. So this is the playground for the children with the big diamond python at the centre of it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here, have a little look at the old train station. We won't spend too much time on it, just that it's a beautiful building. Okay, they're being noisy now. I think there's a different bird gone up into the tree, and that's why they're being noisy. But there we go, there's the corellas up there making this big mess on the ground. Oh, one just flew. Okay. It's really quite hot. Hang on, what have I done here? I've pressed something. Stop that. I don't want to do that. I want to get out of here. Bear with me, I've pressed something I shouldn't have. Oh, what's going on? Okay, I'm back. Hi Neil, great to see you. Hi Annette, lovely to see you. Okay, so we're just walking past the old train station, very much like Sacramento in that respect, Annette. So we've got the old train station here, Newcastle train station, and they've got a couple of sort of, I don't know if this is an actual engine or if it's just a sculpture that pays tribute to the former use of this site. So it's this old steam train here, and those things represent the carriages. And then we've got the bumpers at the end of the line over here. All right, so it's Australia Day. It's January 26th. Hi Jay, great to see you. It is just gone 1 p.m. It's very hot today. It's more humid than hot. And we're going to walk past. Hi Dawn. Took me ages to find you. Oh, I don't know why. Sorry though. And I'm getting a transmission warning again. Look where we are. We're in the middle of a decent sized city. I should not be getting signal issues. But this is the old customs house and it's now a pub. It's now a hotel. We had a look at their menu the other day. Looks very nice, a little bit pricey. And this is where the bus terminates that I took from just down the road from our place. So we're going to cross the road here when it's safe to do so. I think we'll be right. A couple of cars coming. I noticed Neil just made a comment. I can't see it at the moment, Neil. The glare on the screen is making it a little bit difficult. I'll get to it in a moment. So here we have the beer garden for Customs House Hotel. They've got some entertainment in there right now. I should take a leaf out of Neil's book and stand here and stream the music, shouldn't I, Neil? Okay, so January 26th, what are we marking today? The first time the date comes up in Australian history is 1788, when Captain Arthur Phillip arrived on the shores of Sydney Cove and planted a flag in the sand and claimed the site for Britain, and that hence started the penal colony of New South Wales. And I'm going to catch up with comments, so bear with me while I do that. Neil says YouTube may block the music. Yeah, I think I can take 15 seconds. They might mute it, or they might give me the option to mute it later. Annette says, bear with me, I've just got that glare on the screen again. 2 a.m. Dawn, that makes me want to crawl into bed. Is it 2 a.m? Oh gosh, yes, for you guys in the UK, this is a very unfriendly time, isn't it? It's the problem with time zones. January 26th figures in Australian history more than on that first occasion though. In 1808 we had an event that later became known as the Rum Rebellion, and it's the only time we've ever had a military coup in Australia. And basically the governor of the colony at the time was someone that you've probably heard of. Anyone who's seen the movie in whatever iteration, Errol Flynn maybe, or I think Mel Gibson did a version. Mutiny on the Bounty. William Bligh was the governor of the colony in 1808, and it was pretty much a frontier, a wild frontier back in those days. So we had a few wealthy landowners. Payments for trade were being made in rum, if you can imagine. Let's have a look at these guys before I move on. So these guys are called masked lapwings, and they can be quite aggressive. They actually nest in the open ground. So I don't know if they're nesting at the moment, if they've got their chicks already or what they've done. But yes, they're the masked lapwings. And I think the males actually have a spur on their wing or something. They can be quite aggressive though. Right, catching up with comments again. Neil says, are you making Anzac biscuits today? I'm not, Neil. It's a different day on the calendar. Anzac Day's in April, but I don't have the ingredients yet. My kitchen is not fully stocked as yet, and I don't even have a cookie sheet or a biscuit sheet or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not geared up for much in the way of food preparation just yet. I don't know what this sculpture's about, but people have stolen bits off it. I think it's to do with mobility maybe? But we've got different kinds of feet and legs. Legs in shoes, feet in shoes. Yeah. And then we've got this one here's in what we call thongs. I know you guys call them flip-flops. And there's a shoe with a raised heel. I'm not sure what this is about, and I haven't been able to find any information on it. Yeah, it must be about mobility, my guess is. There's a lot of them have the wheels on them. Okay, just let me catch up with comments again. And we were talking about the Rum Rebellion. Okay. Hi Matthew, happy anniversary. Oh yes, I remember that. Was that today? Oh, not for Oz Day. Not typically, Neil. Anzac biscuits were for Anzac Day, which is in April. So but you can make them any time of the year. But April 25th is Anzac Day. You might be starting to see some colour ahead of us right now. So the Rum Rebellion was when the New South Wales Military Corps ousted, well, they actually took into custody Governor Bligh. And it lasted for almost 2 years. They put him on a ship. They were going to send him back to England. He refused to go back to England. He ended up in custody on his ship off the coast of Tasmania for a time, until eventually Lachlan Macquarie was sent out from England to become the fifth governor of New South Wales. And once he came, he handed over, or he took the governorship from Bligh. So that was our one and only military coup. And by that stage, he had already gone through the mutiny, the whole mutiny thing. So you can imagine that. I mean, he's done the mutiny, gone back to England, been sent back out to New South Wales in the days when getting backwards and forwards across the globe took months, and he then he got ousted from governorship. So kind of in a way he suffered two mutinies. Just pausing again. I'm still getting this signal warning. I hate this. That's right, it was a few days ago, wasn't it, Matthew? What happened to the water? Good question. I wish I knew. We walked over here the other day for the first time and saw people on skateboards. I don't know why there's no water in here, unless they're renovating it. There's some work going on under the bridge here. It's marked on the map, marked on Google Map as a lake or a pond, but not right now, it isn't. Okay. So that was the second significant event that happened on January 26th in Australia's history. The third significant event, Australia has a lot of significant events on January 26th, and you'll begin to understand why there's so much contention and controversy around the date. In 1838, there was a massacre. It's called the Myall Creek Massacre. And this comes down to, it's basically part of our frontier wars. Settlers there was battles going on over the land that the settlers were trying to claim, and the local people were having none of it and would attack their livestock. And then one day a bunch of, well actually a landowner and his workers, his labourers, some of whom were convicts, headed out armed and killed 28. Creek massacre. And not long after that, another 10 or somewhere between, the numbers are uncertain, another 10 to 20 people were also killed. They're not sure if it was a related event, as in was the same. This is Australia Day celebration in Newcastle. There's not a lot going on. Still, we're going to have a wander around and have a look, and when we're done we can walk over to the river and have a look at the river and maybe Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote. I'm not sure what you're referring to. It does. It looks like a bit of a carnival, Neil. And screen keeps freezing on and off, Mary Lou says. I don't have that signal warning right now, but I have seen it coming up. And so that was in 1838. The next big event is sport related. Does anyone know anything at all about cricket? Apart from Dawn, who probably knows a little bit. I'm not expecting you to be a sports fan necessarily, Dawn, but given that you're in England, you're probably more likely to know about cricket than anybody else here. What? God, this is really difficult to read the screen. Okay. Dawn says, I loved cricket. And Neil says, damn, how can you not like Angela? Is that what you say? I'm not sure what that means, Neil. Never mind. Okay, so cricket. 1934, I think it was. I might be wrong about the actual year. Donald Bradman scored 126 runs in 96 minutes. He was a local phenomenon. So that was huge. I'm just listening to the announcement. Oh, $2 entry? You're kidding. I don't even know if I've got $2 on me. I've been using cards lately. $2 entry. All right, bear with me. Let me see if I can find $2 in my bag here. 1 second. Do this one-handed. This is where I keep my money. See if I've got anything in there. It's been ages since I used cash. Well, there's one. Sorry for jiggling. There's two. Okay, $2. I need to get some cash out. Here we go. $2. And I've got a transmission warning again, a signal warning. All right, let's do this. Let's go and have a look at what's inside. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we've got a big yellow duck. There's a bit of wind as well. Not much shade anywhere. I don't think we'll be here very long, do you? Here we go. I'm going to get a strike. I'm going to get a YouTube strike for that. Move away from the music. Do you know, when I looked up events in Newcastle for Australia Day, I could not find a single thing. It took me ages to find this event. And let's just say I'm certainly not excited. Are you excited? Are you excited about these guys? What does Tina say? Something about thumbings up. Thank you. All right, so these are the rides. We've got a ticket machine for rides. You can do the clowns, laughing clowns over here. Is this a shooting gallery? Looks like it. Oh, you got to shoot. It's like a slingshot, using balls on a slingshot type thing. Angry Birds. Over here we have, look, if you had small kids with you, and I wouldn't come here today because it's so hot. If you had small kids with you, it's fun. It's fun. There we have, what are they going to do on this? Not sure what this is.
Stand on the yellow circle.
Stand on the yellow circle. I wonder what they got to do. Or maybe they've got to duck this thing and it spins around or something. So that ride is $10. Ooh, ouch, $10. That's a lot. Don't you think it's a lot? Okay, this one looks like fun. That's $15, this one. God, I'm out of touch. $15 for one ride. Wow. Looks like a lot of fun. Jumping castles. And then this is some kind of a slide thingy, obstacle course, 30 meters. Okay, so you've got to go one direction only. Right, okay, that's it. And then there's that thing over there. So I don't know what's happening with all these games on the grass, but you've got various pitching hoops and noughts and crosses. Ooh, that looks, that's going fast. Still trying to see comments, guys. I'm really sorry about this. It's just so bright. Hi, Ronnie. Go to the duck. Okay, I'm going to the duck. So this one's $10. So you're taking a family of 4 on this. There's $40. You want a selfie with the duck? Okay, all right. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Where's the duck? Where's the duck? Where's the duck? Where's the duck? There's the duck. There's the duck. Okay. And I'm also wearing my native Australian animal earrings, the numbats, and my California hat. So we've got it all happening here for this photo. Okay, there we go. That's the duck. You had your duck. I'll turn around. Okay.
It is nearly over, mate. It's nearly over. Can you hold on for just a little bit longer? It's nearly over. There you have it.
Yeah, that's about right, Tina. Yeah. But I'm just thinking, I mean, you can get an entry into a theme park, I think, for about $50, where you can then just ride on everything. Is that not the case? That's what I always thought. Anyway, I don't have to worry about too much of that anymore. What did I miss up there? Neil says, so Lynn, it is, hang on, it is a personal preference, or are you, bear with me Neil, I'm trying, are you required to acknowledge the land? No, and I didn't do it, and I should have done. I should have acknowledged. It's not a requirement, it's a preference, and I should have done it, so let's do that now. While we're walking around this side, just looking at the stalls, I belatedly would like to acknowledge that today we meet on this important day on the land of the Awabakal people and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And for many people, Australia Day, or January 26th, is called Survival Day or Invasion Day, and many people would like to see the date changed to something that encompasses everybody. Look at this woman over here with the bubbles. I'm going to go and see her. So yes, for many people it is not a day of celebration. I'm just going to get past this person here. Here we go. She's very pretty, isn't she? Look at the outfit she's wearing. This is the bubble lady. I don't know, can you see them? The bubbles? Gosh, this is hard. I'm really sorry. I'm really struggling to read your comments. But we're just looking at the bubble lady right now. Let me see if I can catch them. Oh. Yes, for bubble seeing. Thank you, Lynn. It's so hard to read. And then I've got no hope of reading that. Oh, look at this one. Big bubbles. You said something's fantastic. The uniform is fantastic. Yes, it is. It is fantastic. Here we go. Okay. And Neil says, I like the individual culture days to honour each group. Yes, that's true. And we do have what's called NAIDOC Week. I'm gonna move out of here. There's really not much more to say. We have NAIDOC Week, which celebrates the Aboriginal culture. Then we have individual cultural days. But Australia Day, that's supposed to celebrate everybody. Can I come back in?
Yeah.
Thanks. Australia Day is supposed to celebrate everybody. I think it would it'd be more meaningful, I think, if it was on a day that the whole community, everybody, could say, yes, I want to celebrate being Australian on this day. But a lot of people are very much opposed to changing the date and think that those calling for it are, you know the word, say it with me everybody, you know the word, woke. Woke is how they're described. Anyone who thinks that we should change the date, apparently we should just all get over it. Waiting for cars, waiting for a gap. I'm going to head over towards the beach. Oh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to cross. Let's go. Okay. Now, one more thing happened, apart from all the sporting, moments. Of course, the tennis, the Australian Open happens at this time of year, so there's lots of things happen on this date around sport. 1949 is when the Nationality and Citizenship Act came into effect on January 26, and on that date we were no longer just British subjects. We were Australians. Of course, that's before my time, but it did impact my parents and my grandparents, of course, who were all living at that time. So no longer were we just British subjects. We could have an Australian passport, and we were considered Australian citizens, including, I read in the article that I read about getting more details, including the Aboriginals. Now, wouldn't you think that the Aboriginals would have automatically been Australian citizens? It's a bit strange, isn't it? Okay, we're going to walk over towards Horseshoe Beach. Some of you may remember Horseshoe Beach as being where Whiskey brought his dog Brownie for a Hago tour once, and I found a spot of shade. Look at this. I can read comments. see how far back I need to go. I like the individual culture days to honour each group. I saw that one. Ronnie says, hi, did you get much pushback not putting King on note? Oh, when we change, the $5, our $5 note currently has the Queen on it. So I imagine that when the mint or whoever it is that issues the new currency, when they redesign it, I'm sure there'll be something with the King on it, and our coins will start to have the King as well. Did you? Okay, no, that's fine. Let me go back a little way and see what I've missed. But it's for everyone then, no diversity. We have diversity in other ways, Neil. I guess it's a little like your Independence Day, where that for America, for the United States, is a national day for all Americans. And I guess what we're looking at here is, you know, a day that everyone can celebrate. And a lot of people feel that today isn't it. But then we also have a lot of events that are actually put on by the Indigenous community. Some of them are the events are days of reflection or days of sorrow. There's a brilliant, I think you've all seen my sunrise at the Sydney Opera House, which is illuminated with, I'm just trying to get around those fishermen. I think I'm past them. Which is illuminated with an Aboriginal artwork every January 26th at dawn, and we went there to see that one time. So where we are now is the mouth of the Hunter River, and we're looking back towards, there's a ferry wharf over there which you can catch the ferry. Oh, there's the ferry in fact going across to Stockton. We're going to do that one day. Need to just organise it. Dawn says, if I could move free from England, I'd celebrate too. And we have citizenship ceremonies on January 26, which are mainly ceremonial, not all, of course. I watched on TV this morning, live from Canberra, where the Prime Minister awarded citizenship certificates to a bunch of people, about 25 or 30 people from a whole bunch of different countries, and their newly acknowledged citizenship was celebrated. So that's all good. You know, for many it is a day of celebration. I just thought I wanted to express all aspects of today and what it means. And Dawn says, Neil, I'm in the dump, not the palace. Dawn, you would move out of palace. Okay. And I'm not even sure how long I've been going. So yes, that was a bit of a non-event, wasn't it? Oh, I'm really disappointed actually. Newcastle has 700,000 people as a city. Sydney, compared to Sydney's 5 million people. So while there are numerous events in Sydney, not just in the city itself, but around the suburbs, I was absolutely certain that there would be something, something here. But that was it. That was all there was. We've seen it. I'm going to have to find something else, some other festival to take you to compensate for a bit of a non-event that happened here today. All right, so there's a ship coming into harbour. Wonder if it's got some tugs with it. Let's go and have a look. We've got guy ropes there, so I'll walk around these cars rather than trip over the guy ropes. And up there on that hill is Fort Scratchley. and we'll go there one day as well. This is where the lighthouse is on Nobby's Head. I just want to get past this van and we'll see the ship coming into harbour. So the other two things to consider about Australia Day are that, first of all, we've only been in Australia since 1901, which was when the 6 states became federated as the Commonwealth of Australia. So we've actually only been a nation for a short time. And the other thing I was going to mention, bear with me while I get my brain into gear again. Oh yes, Australia Day the first one wasn't actually until, it was sometime in the 1940s. It was after World War II. So it's only been kind of happening for, 75, 80 years. Who's laughing at me? Tina says, oh, damn this son, and have rich parents. Yeah. Imagine what you could do if you had rich parents. This guy's got his dog. It looks like the dog's got a life jacket. Certainly in high vis. Okay, so this is Horseshoe Beach. It's a dog off-leash area. And as you can see, there's lots of doggos having fun out there in the water today. With Nobby's Head and lighthouse in the background. Oh, hello. Hello. Say hello. I can't get him into the picture. Look at the shapes of these interesting rocks. Okay, everyone. What does Lynn say? I'm just looking at. Great to see the happy dogs. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at them. What a gorgeous day. So for many people, this is all that's a day. Just getting, if possible. I love these really interesting rocks. Look at that. And sorry, I'm still trying to see these comments. Bear with me again. I think that's Ronnie Lynn says something to Neil, I think. And Neil says Nobby's Head much different than than a knobhead. Neil, you'll have to catch up with my tour where I walked along that breakwater there. Okay, how long have I been going? About 40 minutes. I might start slowly walking back. I wonder if the lady at the gate remembers who I am. We can have one last look inside the park where the little festival is. Looks like there's somebody up there hang gliding, parasailing. You probably can't see it because it's difficult for me to even see, but it's above that building with the red stripes. All right, I'm getting sand in my shoes. That looks like a permanent setup, that one, doesn't it? All right, so we'll walk back towards the park and see if there's anything. Oh, hang on, there is one thing. Let's see if we can get to see that. I remember there was one more thing. It's over on the beach. I'm not sure if we'll understand what's going on, but we'll have a good shot at it. It's a sporting event. Beach rugby. Let's go and have a look and see. I spent so much time trying to figure out what was going on at Foreshore Park, which is where we just were, that this one kind of slipped off my radar. Anyone want to buy a caravan? $59,000. Okay, now how do I get to where the little... They've got an inflatable sport arena over on the beach. So we're now on the other side of where the breakwater is. There's the beach, the sand dune, and that building there is the one that has the mural painted on the other side of it with the kangaroos and the surf boat, surf lifesavers. I can hear cheering. Okay, there's going to be something to see. We'll probably finish up over there. And forgive me for not catching up with the comments. It's really difficult with this sun glare to actually see. I can see a whole lot of smiley faces and red hearts at the moment. That's all I can see. So, my apologies for not replying. You've got a barbecues there, a bit of volleyball. Okay, it's going to be windy down at the beach, and I still haven't figured out how to use that microphone you gave me, Annette. I think I need another attachment, but I just haven't had a chance to figure it out. Okay, what have we got ahead? We've got an ice cream van, we've got chips on a stick, and I can hear someone talking over a tannoy. It's very windy at the beach today. All right, here we go. So this is beach football. If anyone knows the sports of rugby league and rugby union, looks like there's a game just about to start. It looks like players are just coming on. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. I'm going to go over here. You now see yourself in the grand final. How does it feel? I know, it's sideline interviews.
Now, you've seen the trophies you've walked past. How much do you want to be holding at the end of this 10 minutes of play? Hopefully we're holding at the end of this game.
Well, wait around for a bit and see if another game starts, but this is the arena.
Best of luck to you and the Brothers boys in this game. We'll bring both teams out into the centre.
Oh yes, okay, so we're going to bring some players out.
Bring out all players, they shake hands, the two captains then play paper, scissors, rock to decide who gets first use of the football. The Hawks are in the green, Brothers in the black singlets. These are our under 16 boys.
Under 16 boys, here we go. Don't ask me to explain the rules. Never seen this game before, but I think they have 5 players per side, so they must sub out during the game.
Alright, first use of the football is going to Brothers. We're going to put 5 minutes on the clock in this one.
And you guys are going to have to chat amongst yourselves to try and interpret the rules. Here we go. There we go. He's going to... look like a try is going to be stored. There he goes.
What a way to start. First play of the game, and the Brothers take a 1-0 advantage. 5 players on the field at one time. Each try worth 1 point. You can only make
Whoa.
interchanges after a try is scored. When a try is scored, the ball remains live, meaning the defending team can kick
It
the
looks a
ball
bit
out,
rough.
push back to
Looks a bit
halfway,
rough.
take a tap and go on the attack. Every restart, attack, kick, restart, you must release the ball with both hands. Tackle with your foot, and then you can go on the attack. No line outs, no kicking, but we do play tackle rules. Tackle full below the bag. No
Anyone who's tried running on sand knows how hard it is. I had 2 brothers that were beach sprint champions in the surf club. It's really hard running on sand. So here we go. We've got these people. I might go try and get down a bit lower so we can actually see a little bit more of the field. Bear with me while I try and figure that out. Okay.
Nice stepping through the soft sand. Try time for the Hawks.
Okay, they're subbing out.
Number 12 for the Hawks. Bobby getting inside on the board. They fail 2-1.
Don't know if it might be easier from here.
Hitting the ball wide now. Jaden, the score to play on the field. He's got plenty of speed that we've seen from Jaden this weekend. 3-1.
3-1 the score is. All right. Now I think he said it's a 5-minute. It's either a 5-minute half or a 5-minute game. Not sure. Whoa, he got pushed out of the field. All right, that's a big boy, that one there. So do you want me to stay? I mean, I can't see your comments anyway, but do you want me to stay till the end of the half? It's not going to be very long.
The Hawks going wide. Nice step back inside and show a strength. Did he get the ball down? No. Good effort by brothers. The Hawks quite gallantly but can't get back into the game. But just couldn't quite hang on to the football. Stick up for the brothers boys. Riding through the soft sand on long speed. Gets that arm through.
He's got 2 on him, that guy. The boys in black seem to be significantly larger than the boys in yellow.
They are turning up the heat on the Hawks and lead 5-1.
5-1 the score is. All right, I think we've seen enough of this. What do you think, guys? Let's have a look around. This is the beach on Australia Day, Nobby's Beach. Quite a few people out in the sea. I'm going to start moving back towards where I'm going to catch a bus from. Let's leave the boys to it, huh? So that's called Beach Fives, that game. And I'm just going to, again, once more try and catch up with the chat. You've left me all behind. There's a spot of shade over here. All right, let's have a look. What have we got? You had the winds. Okay, so Dawn, something happened to Annette. Freezing here too, just had days of violent windstorm, our fence blew down. I saw that there was a severe storm went through the UK and Ireland. Nice to see the beach. when wearing gold. Okay, yes, it's a kind of rugby, Tina. It's a cross between rugby league and rugby union, apparently. We always say rugby is a game for hooligans due to the roughness on the pitch. All right, okay, and we've been going for just on 52 minutes, so I think this will give us just enough time to get me back to where I'm going to catch a bus from. So we'll slowly make our way back. I've got Natalie and Liam arriving this afternoon. Natalie, of course, is one of the twins, and her fiance. They're going to stay the night, so they'll be arriving around about the time that I get back by bus to our place. They want to go to the beach, and they live in the Blue Mountains, so they don't get to see the beach very often. All right, so what have I got coming up? Monday morning I scheduled it for. I've been doing it in the evening, but I know that that's a bad time for a lot of you, so I've changed it to the morning. I'm doing a YouTube premiere, and this one is another one of the Homebush Bay series, but I did it at dawn, and the sunrise, the morning sky is just beautiful. The reflections over Homebush Bay, and looking at the shipwrecks. So for anyone who hasn't seen that either live when I was at Hago or one of my previous premieres, I'll be doing that on Monday morning, which is tomorrow morning, my time. I don't think there's much more to see. There's not much point going back inside the park here. We'll just head on back to where my bus will be. The lady with the bubbles, unless you want to see the lady with the bubbles and the duck again, but yeah, I think we'll just catch it from the outside again. There's the duck over there, and I've got a low battery signal, which means I need to do some juggling. So I've got the double adapter, the battery and the cable. So I'll need to disconnect the headphones. There. Plug the headphones in there. You're hearing me through the camera now. Just for a moment. Battery under my arm. Doing all this while I'm walking, guys. This is the... Alright, just catch up with the comments while I plug everything in. Battery there. The puppies look at me every time I say the Cotswolds. Like, what is it? Cotswolds. Tina says, Annette, are there still fires in SoCal? Oh, there we go. We should be good. We should be plugged into power. Yeah, I think we're good. Again, the light's making it difficult to actually see. All right, okay. I'm going to head back towards the bus. So this was the Australia Day or Summer Festival, Summer Carnival for Newcastle. And the only, really, apart from the football over on the beach, the only Australia Day event I could find. This is called Foreshore Park. We're literally between the river and the beach at this park, and I'm getting another signal warning. So if things are cutting out, I apologise, but there's no reasonable explanation for a poor signal in this area. And it says they definitely do. Okay. Well, so we covered off the 5 main events for Australia Day. The first landing in 1788, the Rum Rebellion in 1808, the Myall Creek Massacre in 1838, Donald Bradman's record cricket score in 1934, and the day we became Australian citizens in 1949. So lots of people use the argument that we're not actually celebrating Aboriginal events, we're celebrating becoming Australians, which is, I guess, a fair call. But now you know that there's more than just the arrival of the First Fleet and the colonisation that happened on this day. In the shade again. Neil, did he waft his headpiece? I didn't see what that was about. Too busy peacocking. I guess we're talking about Trump, are we? That's just my guess. All right, guys. So I will be doing Where Am I Wednesday next Wednesday, but I haven't decided where yet, and I just haven't put it on the calendar as yet. Speaking of the calendar, we have 2 new guides you may or may not have seen. We've added Maria Sangria in Costa Rica, and we've also added Nurana Hasanova in Azerbaijan. They've both added a couple. I think Maria added 2 events to the calendar. Nurana added 3, I think. We also have Matt. He's in Japan right now. He'll be coming up in a couple of hours from now. I won't be able to see it because I've got visitors. But if you'd like to see Matt in Japan, visiting with Kendall, you'll find his event on the calendar. And please, if you come across anyone that you think would be interested in sharing their live events, send them our way. We'd like to fill up the calendar with more events, especially when guides are taking breaks. I did notice that Mark from Amsterdam is doing a tour from Durban tomorrow, I think, in South Africa. So that will be worth seeing. What happened to the Korean guide? Dawn, I see him every now and again on Instagram, I think. He doesn't seem to be going live or scheduling, as far as I can tell. John, yeah, I remember we spoke about him. But have a look for him on Instagram if you're there. As far as I can tell, he does short reels. He's not actually doing scheduled long live tours, from what I can gather. I haven't seen him around much. Every time I get an opportunity, I do go through our spreadsheet that has the directory of all the guides that I have contact details for, and just double check to see if they've started doing live tours again. Do a search for them, and there's not a lot of new content happening at the moment. And it says, especially with, hold on, that just scrolled up, especially with Neil doing a virtual kitchen. We need that on the calendar. We do, Neil. And of course, Annette's going to schedule a time for me to do the Bridgerton, who was it, Lord and Lady Danbury, I think it was. I've never watched Bridgerton, so these people are meaningless to me, but the recipes look good. So I've nabbed one of the recipes out of Annette's book, and it's for scrambled eggs, Indian style. And we've had it a couple of times already, and it's delicious. So Annette just needs to work out a date that we're going to do that. And I will try and do some cooking here and there as well. There was something else I was going to mention about the calendar. I can't remember what that was. Share it with your friends. If you aren't already, check the live stream events calendar channel where we do our where Annette does her virtual kitchens and where I do Where Am I Wednesday. Have a look around the channel. We have the featured guides, we have playlists, and we have, of course, the upcoming events playlist. Share that one with your friends. I keep that updated fairly regularly, so it's pretty current. Anyone who's on YouTube will have their event on the upcoming events playlist. Oh, look at these kids swimming in the fountain. Yay! Good on you, kids. Don't slip. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to say farewell to you all. Happy Australia Day. Let's turn this around. Hang on. Why isn't it? There it is. All right. And now I'm all hot. Now I'm all red in the face. I think that's my bus, number 11 I'm looking for. Is that the number 11? Oh, he hasn't put his number up yet. I don't know if that's my bus or not. I think they're every 15 minutes, so shouldn't be too long. And I think I saw someone new. Gregory. Hi, Gregory. You always come in at the last minute, then I risk missing you. Let me see what you said. Can't see the screen. Alright, try this. Gregory says, orientation course today, familiarising us with some of Newcastle. Maybe one day we can catch a bus with you. Yeah, that's a good idea. I always get a little bit self-conscious, Gregory, with other passengers and talking and that sort of thing on public transport. Yeah, but maybe during the week, on a weekday when everyone's back at school and there's less people on the bus, maybe we'll do something like that. That would be fun. And Annette says, we're just doing a couple of recipes out of my new Bridgerton cookbook. Not every virtual kitchen is Bridgerton. Yeah, that's right, Neil. Just a couple. I'm going to do the scrambled eggs. Then I promised that I was going to do something with curry leaves, because we were talking about curry leaves a few weeks ago. You're welcome, Annette. Do I drive? I do drive, Neil. But I can't stream and drive at the same time. Okay, all right. Well, thanks everyone. And I'm going to see what time my bus comes so I don't miss it. Look forward to seeing you again really soon. Did you see my earrings? There we go, the numbats. They're little stripy marsupials called numbats. All right, thanks everyone. And the coconut curry chicken recipe, yes, that looks really good as well. I'm going to check that out. I've got to do it for myself first. All right, everyone, thanks a bunch. See you again really soon. And yeah, you're welcome, Tina. Share your postcards. Love to see them. I don't know if there was anything worth postcarding today, but if you did, love to see them. All right. Thanks, Ronnie Lynn. Okay, bye all.